If the coaching profession is here to stay, it has to first and foremost be accessible to the client. We really have to make things work for the people who need our services. And I mean this on two levels. First of all, methodically, with clearly structured offerings that follow a methodology, a system of steps that consistently leads to results, and that is reflected in the specific packages you present to your clients. Now, you don't need a dozen packages or a design-winning presentation, but a clear, simple selection that will make it easy for the client to decide which one of your services or packages makes the most sense for them. With methodically structured packages as your offerings and a method in place, you always know what you're doing. You don't have to fly by the seat of your pants. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every time a new client shows up to work with you. This is why, for example, in the GTR Institute, we do the heavy lifting for our students. We first teach them the gentle trauma release method, and then they receive ready-to-go packages so they can present their GTR services to the world. And secondly, the practice has to be accessible to the client on a financial level. Coaching is a profession, and therefore the coach should, of course, be compensated for the work. But if our profession is here to stay, then the people who need our help must actually be able to afford our services. I'm saying this because personal coaching might have started a bit on the wrong foot, being about the lifestyle of the coach more than about the actual impact and support of the client. For a long time, it has been promoted as a profession where a lot of money is to be made, almost giving it a special status compared to other similar professions. There has been this narrative about how coaches can and even should make 6 to 7 figures and create luxurious lifestyles. I suspect that the narrative about how becoming a coach is practically a highway to becoming a millionaire in a short time span might have been spread by some of the institutions training people in coaching so they would enroll more students. The truth is, if you're working mostly one-on-one with clients and you're not, say, a VIP coach working with celebrities, there may be some limits to how much income you can make in this particular way. That is, if your services are to be reasonably accessible to those who need them. Now, that doesn't mean you'll be starving as a coach or that you can't or shouldn't make decent money as a coach and be able to support yourself. But coaching as a profession, if it's here to stay, should not be looked at as a gold mine. Personal coaching of individuals is a helping profession, which means that the main focus and priority is the client, not increasing profit. There is absolutely nothing wrong with making a lot of money or wanting a luxurious lifestyle. However, one consideration to keep in mind is that the coaching profession is not business like any other. We work with people who are often, at least somewhat, in a vulnerable position. They come to us when they have problems, when life is hurting them the most. Therefore, one has to be careful that personal ambitions, such as financial ambitions or peer pressure coming from the coaching community itself, don't corrupt the ethical side of our work as reflected in pricing. The price of our services has to be mutually sustainable for both parties, respectful of the coach, but also feasible for the client. In my experience in training coaches for many years, many of them feel conflicted because while they want to make a decent living, they also want to be of service, truly able to help and make coaching accessible to those who need it. They don't want to charge for a single session an amount that the client makes in a week or a month. But often, my students would share that they feel pressured by the coaching community into almost having to want more, into the idea that they need to challenge themselves and charge more, because if they don't, then they must have money blocks or limiting beliefs around their worth. Sometimes they were told that they have to charge a certain amount because otherwise it would make other coaches charging more per session look bad. Or that if they only got their marketing right, they'd be able to find those high paying clients because there's so much money to be made in coaching. This narrative is part of the old model. In the new era of coaching, based on a higher vision for our profession, it's okay to not have a burning desire to become a millionaire overnight, specifically through coaching. It's okay to be happy with just making a decent living through coaching. And it's certainly okay to set prices in a way that feels an integrity to you. To set your rates in a way that makes your heart happy. And you can sleep at night because you know that you are taken care of and compensated for your work, but at the same time, you are within reach to the ones who need your help. It's okay if your rates are different than your colleague rates or the industry rates.